Now, if I can take you through what the letter really says. In fact, reading out the letter, a brief bit of the letter clearly says, by the centre, as it says, it cancels lateral entry advertisements for the moment. It also points out that the same lateral entry was endorsed by the Second Administrative Reforms Commission, which was constituted in 2005, that was chaired by Congress leader Veerappa Moily. So they've penned it down on how UPA era, the same process was carried out without any questions being asked. And now the government doing so at this point, they received backlash for it. Manikam Tagore speaking on the same. Let's hear it. All right, we have him on the phone line. Manikam Tagore, thanks very much for speaking to India Today. Go on. Lateral entry advertisements have been cancelled. Do you think this was mounting pressure from Rahul Gandhi that the government decided to withdraw?
Yeah, this is the victory of the Constitution and it is the victory of social justice. We all know that in 2024 has thrown a mandate against Mr. Modi, and Mr. Modi is a weakened Prime Minister now. The BJP has lost its numbers, and BJP as a party is only lost the majority mark, and they are having a government with the support of the alliance partners, and they take decisions and they withdraw. This kind of panic is there because the Prime Minister has become a weak Prime Minister now. And this will continue. We know that there is no consultation process in the government. The government is a two-man government, and this two-man government doesn't consult anybody. That days are over now, and the days of coalition politics have come now, and therefore they don't consult people. Therefore, the alliance partners and others are also upset. Leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi, has raised the issue, and all other parties also, as India Alliance leaders, has raised this issue. Therefore, because of the public pressure, Mr. Modi wake up and he decided to withdraw this order by the government of India. It shows that the Prime Minister is a weak Prime Minister now.
Weak Prime Minister because he withdrew lateral entry ads? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, because he has withdrew this, because of what he used to do is that whatever he was doing it earlier, he will continue to do that thing. But now
what you're saying
become weaker.
Well, you're saying that earlier, they are saying this is unlike Modi altogether, that if he faced criticism earlier, he would have not changed his mind. Today, he's changing his mind because he's a weak Prime Minister. Is that what you're trying to insinuate?
Yes. Exactly.
But tell me one thing, Manikam Tagore, under the UPA, lateral entry was rampant. It was established even at that point that there were a lot of officers who were taken into positions, in senior positions, by the Congress party at that point, who aligned with your ideology. So what different is it now?
Because we are having a weak Prime Minister now. We have a weak Prime Minister who is unable to think through the process, and he is not doing it for the purpose of that recommendation, and they are filling with the people who they wanted to fill it at 42 officers at one time, at one go. They wanted to do this kind of things, and therefore only the backlash is there, and people have for 100 vacancies of a constable, there are 10,000 boys turns up, and you know that in Mumbai, like the person itself, for private sector jobs itself, it is 25,000 students, youngsters turned up. Therefore, there is a huge unemployment issue here. Therefore, India has become an unemployed country now, and Mr. Modi has completely ruined the employment structures. Therefore, the pressure is on the ground. Therefore, only they are doing this thing. And opposition parties, particularly the opposition leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has become the voice of those voices which is unheard in Delhi.
Right. Thanks very much, Manikam Tagore, for joining us. Remember, it's not just the Congress who spoke out. We saw that the BJP's own ally, the LJP's Chirag Paswan, who's a cabinet minister currently under the Modi government, also raised opposition to lateral entry, asking for, in fact, a process to be followed and a reservation to be put in place to ensure people are brought in as per merit and protocols. But at this point, the centre has decided to withdraw lateral entry advertisements, which means they're going to stop the process for the moment. Let me quickly cut across to A. Saravanan, joining us from the DMK on the phone line. Saravanan, the BJP's own allies weren't in favor, particularly Chirag Paswan, a cabinet minister of the LJP party. He was opposed to the idea of lateral entry. We saw Rahul Gandhi firing salvos. What was the DMK's viewpoint on lateral entry that was floated by the government, calling in for people from the outside to fill in expert roles in bureaucracy?
Yeah. Our leader, Mr. M.K. Stalin, has opposed it. We have earlier also, whenever these things happened, we opposed it. Lateral entry without reservation is not acceptable to us because it violates the concept of social justice. The cronies of the RSS and the BJP will be appointed to such posts. We have seen a classic example, Sebi, Madhavi Bhutti. She is a lateral entrant. She does not a regular entrant to the Sebi board. We know how merit will be given a go-by when these kind of announcements are made. And the most important aspect is this, that the BJP is now being decimated. They are not able to make policies by their whims and fancies. They have to go by consensus. This is the biggest takeaway in the last 1 month. We have seen how they have withdrawn the Waqf Act. They have gone ahead and consigned the broadcasting bill to the dustbin, and now they have withdrawn this lateral entry move. This shows that people's voice are becoming more powerful. And in a country as diverse as ours, social justice as a concept is gaining importance, and it is reflected in every move. The most importantly, the most heartening aspect is that the Congress leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, has become the champion of social justice. We have been following this in our state for the last almost more than 100 years. And now, since the Congress party has latched on to it, it is getting wider acceptance. And the BJP now has no other choice except to listen to sane voices and policies which will propel India to an inclusive growth.
Saravanan, thank you very much for joining us on that. Remember, you had opposition leaders Rahul Gandhi, LJP's Chirag Paswan, who's an ally of the BJP, who opposed lateral entry as anti-quota. So it appears that the government has now taken a step back after Prime Minister Modi's orders. A letter has been issued to the UPSC to now withdraw and cancel all ads to lateral entry appointments.